Welcome back, basketball fans. Welcome back. So, this game, Egypt versus Kenya, this game happened in stop three. I just be going through stop three. Stop four is currently going on the way. Kenya's played 3 games. We're just waiting for the last game. And I'll just come back with the scores. But in this video, we'll just take a deep dive into Kenya versus Egypt, stop three. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. So, the one thing that you need to know prior to this game is the men's team has literally been struggling a lot, and we've not been able to win a game, especially for the men. The women's team, the women have been able to beat Algeria, they've been able to beat Morocco, and been able to beat Egypt. But Kenya still, that losing streak just continued. And just to right now, as I was recording of this video, Stop 4 is going on the way, and we just lost to Algeria, a team that has been beating us a lot. But I'll come back just talking about that. But in this video, matching up against Egypt, an elite powerhouse team. This is a team that you don't want to mess with. You don't want to, make some mistakes when you're matching up against them. But it is what it is. And this game just happened, and I was just eager to see like what changes did we make offensively, defensively. I've seen a lot of hustle plays. I'm yet to see a good skill play from the other guys. I'm putting Elisha outside that because Elisha has been excellent, but the other guys, man, not much skill play in there, and you're not seeing like them challenging them ball handling them. The ball is live. Egypt, they're going in hot. They missed their first attempt. You can see a rip through, and you can see like, man, it's Egypt. This is a team that you don't want to mess with. This is a team that has the ability to take you apart easily, and they won this game in overtime. This game went to overtime, and look at that! Look at that play. Like, man, even when you just look at it again, like, I know we want to like try to be innovative and creative, but look at that. It's out of bounds. It's a turnover. I mean, just to start the game, it's insane. It's insane, and these are the small things that just culminate. Look at that defense. That's a screen. Timothy is being guarding there. The center is being picked up by Elisha. I mean, he's just biting at everything. He just bit at everything, and it's 9:30. Only 30 seconds played, and number 50. Actually, he was the one who hit the big shot, and this game was just a fouling affair. But anyway, I mean that's a nice defensive deflection, and just put the ball outside, make sure to disrupt the play. That was actually pretty good in there. But man, like Koja, he came in. I don't know. Like he doesn't know how to go left. A majority of the time, I'm just seeing him when he's dribbling like that. He just has a tendency to like give up his size and just go down especially when he's going for the dribble, and it makes him vulnerable to get stripped. And you can be able to like force him to one side. So I mean, they should just defer to Elisha honestly, and just let Koja just take them low passes and work inside, because this him playing like that's just going nowhere quick. And you can see he's being forced outside. They tried a tight pass, but you can see it was crazy. After that, like miss, you can see what they're trying to do. From the first attempt, you can see Timothy no good. Elisha got denied a bit, but eventually got that board in there, and it was actually pretty great. Number 50, he goes for the three. He misses it, and Egypt grabbed the rebound again. Number 13, he squares up. It's an ISO play. Elisha tries to guard, not quite. I mean, Koja, he goes in, and that's a nice play right there. And you can see those are the type of plays that Koja should be looking for, especially when driving in. And the defense has not even set. Just go in and just hit the layup. If he had more of those, this is what would have at least pushed us over the edge. And Egypt, they're just going in slowly. Mid-range shot, no good, and it's a foul call. Approximately like 2 minutes played, but you can see like teams are just gearing up a bit slowly. and just getting a feel of the game. And Kenya, two quick points. You can see Koja in there with that nice layup. You can also see that nice follow up by Alicia to start with the first points. But Egypt eventually just knew what shots they needed to take. They just knew what the shots they needed to take. And one thing I've seen is we start off hot. Kenya, we start off hot. We start off pretty well with a lot of energy. But one thing I'm keen on is to like see how we finish in these games. I've seen a major weakness. We start with a lot of like poise and we stick to the game plan. But when we lose, we kind of just get hit back. We just restore to default. And when we just lose the ball game, when it matters, you can see that's a tough shot. It's a tough shot in there. Just check it out again. In from the corner. And he just had some decent defense in there. You can see Hodges on the other side. Timothy's left in there. Alicia plays some good defense, but man, number 35 with that off balance contested shot, he just throws it in there just to tie it up to 2 points apiece. Alicia, he's driving in, tries that Euro step, he couldn't even get enough space, and it's out. And he's just gonna sit down. But he's been one of our productive options, and having him on the floor has been great, especially offensively and both defensively a bit. Okay, he has had like his defensive moments, but not all possessions. But defensively, offensively, his production has been great. And you can see Timothy trying to work his footwork in there, and he gets it in. So those are the type of shots like you need to like manufacture. Number 35, he tries to go in. Koja takes the ball out. Timothy trying to seal in there. Koja, that shot is just what is he doing? Okay, fine, you should have just at least tried to float that ball in. But that defense had already set in there, so it was just quite difficult for him to like get in there. And number 35 was just on him, but he put it with a lot of power on him, and it's a turnover. And Kenya 3, Egypt 2, but the game just continued just to progressively get a bit difficult. Just progressively just got difficult. But this shot by Timothy, it was great. It was great in there. And one thing that I've seen, like we stick to the game plan in the first like 5 minutes, but when we just drop like points, constantly drop points, like you can see Egypt are just going back. That's a nice possession. You can see that screen, he rejects the screen, thought about it, spin, and he just gets that friendly roll in there in that rim. And just and at some point it looked like we will be able to compete heavy with them, which we did. But you could see like the type of shots that they were taking, and the type of plays that they had, especially Egypt. They just had amazing plays, but Kenya we just kept struggling in there, like especially when it came to creativity. Like you can see like that we have a very predictable approach. Even on the women's side, I saw that we have a very predictable game, and it's very easy for these other teams to catch on and know how to defend us, because we have been playing in a very like one-dimensional way. We don't switch it up a lot. We try to force the inside shots. We don't take like we're very predictable when it comes to threes, and our layups, you can't be able to hit them easily. Look at that missed layup. This is just Alicia. He goes in, he tries that reverse, no good. Timothy actually grabs the ball, and he couldn't even have the composure to like even put the ball in. And Alicia, he bails that out. He bails us out with that mid-ranger after Timothy's miss, and knocked knees in there, but the ref didn't call it. Alicia goes for the 3, misses it. Egypt again with the board, and number 35 has just been cooking. And Egypt going for the 3, we couldn't get it, and it's a foul. Call, and both teams we just tied at 1 foul apiece. But this game is just gonna be it's just gonna be a foul affair, and it's just difficult. And it just showed, especially with like how the score just went down. It was very close, but the end we were not able to even steal a win. At least we've seen the women like steal a win. I know men and women's basketball is different, but I feel like every team can be beaten given the game. Given the game that we have in there. So hopefully we can be able to win a basketball game. Actually, for the men, they can be able to win a game because as we speak currently, they're yet to win a game. You can see Alicia is in there just communicating. And Egypt just continue. Look at that. Their ball handlers are good. They know how to drive in. Number 50, he goes for that three. He misses it. Koja, he grabs it. Passed inside for Timothy. And Timothy, my God, like it's... I got... Honestly, if you ask me, what was he doing? Oh, it's just crazy. Sometimes I just wonder, like, okay, I'm not even questioning like the players, but sometimes I just question the decisions that they're making. Very good player, but their output is just questionable. I put an asterisk on it. Even their in-game IQ. Elisha has had his moments and he's been able to like do things. That's they've been they've just fallen down. You see, Elisha, he has been great. He's that guy that he's not afraid to take that shot. But these other guys, Koja, man, I mean, we're not even utilizing the pick and roll. And these other guys, Azirel has not even played a single game. At least you've seen like 5 players play, and we had to see one play. Even on the women's side, you had to see one more player play. And given the bumping ride, and given like the high stakes games as we continue in, not sure if some players are going to be able to like play a basketball 3x3 game at this rate, because right now we just need a win. And given the strategies that we are approaching, we are using, we're not able. Look at this possession. Gorgies calls for the screen, tries to go in. His predictability, I mean, he's not a ball handler. This is not a player that is a ball handler like that. So we shouldn't be surprised when he makes plays like this. We shouldn't be. And that's a turnover. And these are the things that make us lose the basketball game eventually. And Egypt are just playing with us. Number 50, he goes in that rebound, and right now you might think that we will to play heavy. You can see that screen. You can even not even a screen. You can see that steal. That steal by, my God, just getting stripped like that, and it's my God, it's amazing. And it's almost a turnover. It's a turnover because he almost like stepped out. But anyway, Koja, he goes in, tries the mid-ranger. Man, he's just way off by a mile. And Egypt is just there, just playing with us. Look at that. Number 7 goes in, puts in the floater. No good. And you can just see Egypt were just really toying with us, especially when they have like a good guard in there. Any team that has had like a ball handler in there, they've just been owning us. I don't know what Alicia was doing in that play. My God, look! If you take a look at this, he's going in there. He beat his guy, but he tries to go for the reverse, no good, and it's a rebound. Those are the shots that costed us in the end. Number 7 from Egypt, you can see he faked it, gave it to number 50, and he drains that shot. And he's actually the guy who hit that big shot in overtime. And Alicia, he goes in, he makes that tough mid-ranger. I mean, he's been our guy. But these other guys, man, I mean, I'm not seeing nothing. Number 50, he gets blocked. And those are the types of defensive stops that we need, especially when you're guarding a guy that, like number 50, is a big guy, but he's not that mobile in there. So Koja is taking a seat. Got Elisha, Timothy. You can see that block. Very good defensive play in there just to stop. Just to make sure to stop him from scoring again in there. And that's a miss by Egypt. And the funny thing is, we're not even capitalizing on them. It's an ISO play. Every time it's an ISO play. You're seeing a player just thinking about themselves. You can see Timothy, he grabbed the ball, at least try to set a screen for him and have a guy just lurking around in the dunker spot. Instead of Brands just waiting for the ball and we're just waiting for the pass and anticipating the pass, why don't just go set a screen, let him roll hard, have Elisha just cut from behind or even cut when he's going to the rim, try to open up and try to spread up like that, instead of just waiting for the ball and making it an ISO play. And you know, Timothy's not he's not that guy. He's not that guy to go in like that. Number 13, he goes up for the shot, he misses it, and Egypt just keep on reloading, and they all and they just continue, and this style of play just continues. It just carries on through the whole game, and it's 4:19 left in the game. The women's team are there, just waiting. I'll just drop a video just talking about them in a bit. And you can see Egypt just going in, just driving in there, and you're just wide open. Our defense is just wide open. Timothy goes for the three, misses it. Elisha with that rebound, miss. Brands, at least he got a shot. He got some points in there, and with the cleanup. And Egypt with the attempt and those passes. Brands, he tries to drive in, and he gets fouled. But the funny thing about like that layup attempt, it's just so basic, and he just gets pushed. He doesn't know how to like put the ball in the middle and have the ball go in front of his body so that he can be able to like at least, you know, get there quick. Honestly, I mean, sometimes I just feel like skill wise we still have a long way to go skill wise, and also like in game basketball like you, especially for the X3, that's one thing that I've seen that we are lacking a lot. And it's not even about like having these players. All these players are skilled. The only difference is the decisions that they're making on the court, and the decisions that they're making does not lead to like good output, especially in winning games, because all these players are skilled, but the difference is the decisions that they're making and how they're utilizing and how they're playing to their strengths. I've seen Elisha play to his strengths pretty well, especially on the rebounds. Koja, he has had his moments. Timothy, we had to see like a lot of his skill plays. And Brands, I'm not sure what to expect from this guy. You're not so aware. I don't know. And Zerial, he's yet to play. So down the stretch, we've not been able to like have like a reliable style of play, because majority of the time we're just so predictable, and a lot of teams are just catching on to how we're playing, and that's the reason as to why our games are just difficult. We're not adjusting. I'm not sure if you're doing even an audit. Even I tweeted out earlier, like I'm not sure if the teams are doing even an audit of how this game was. Are they going back to look at film? Luckily enough, I'm here just to make sure to like dissect the film frame by frame and just inform them of what I've seen. And I feel like it's necessary because some things are just avoidable. Egypt spinning in there, number 50, he has some space. He goes in, he misses it. You can see Brands, he goes there for the three. He doesn't make it, and it's just anyone's possession right now, and Kenya are leading. We're up 2 points, but man, like you can see our president there just celebrating. But he's not celebrating because the end result wasn't pleasing at all. But Egypt, this game was just it was just a game I can say played more. It's a game that it was played more by the head, but not even by like playing like that. You can see number 7 is so skilled. He knows that Koja, he can be able to like blow by him and hit him with the fake, which he bites it and he scores. So when it comes to like skill plays, this is what I'm talking about right here. Number 7, he's a guard. We know Koja is taller than him and he can guard him through length. But you can see the skill that number 7 has. He knows he's gonna, drive left, fake it because he knows that Koja is going to bite on it, and he fakes it. Even with like the help defense from Elisha, it was too late because he was already at the peak of his shot. And that's the type of skill that I'm talking about. We don't even have the awareness to be able to like guard the best player like that. And that's the reason as to why we are getting this outcome. That's the main reason as we're getting this outcome. Look at how we are going about it. Settling for the mid ranger instead of like trying to like be able to like get a high percentage shot inside, and just having like the overall situational awareness in the game. And I don't even know what these coaches are doing. I don't know like what advice they're giving them. Is it the to chase the two mentality just going in there? I'm not sure. But there's no way you're going to beat a team when they're pulling off such moves. And I saw this even when I was watching the Nigeria game. Even I released a video just talking about it. You can check it out. It's one of the latest videos. It's the same thing. There was a skilled player in there, and the dangerous thing is when we have like two skilled players in the same team on the opposing team, they just take turns in like picking us apart, and we have been picked apart multiple times. And given the fact that right now we don't even have a lot of fouls like Egypt, and we are on top by 1 point, it's and we just blew it. We blew the game that we could win, and it's about like, man, that was great. This play just caught me off guard even when I was watching it. Let's just watch it again. You can see Koja, he gives it to Elisha, and it was just like an alley pass, and it's a foul that was called, and it's Egypt's ball. Well, that would be a nice play if it counted. Egypt. Number 35 has just been straight killing us. Number 7, he has shown that he has like that skill. Number 50, he tries the 3, but he's way off by a mile. And I'm not sure like what we can do even with the possession that we have, because we've had multiple times where we're starting the ball, and when the ball is live and we have it, we don't even know how to use the rock well. You can see Koja, he scores in there, and this was just an ISO play. Just to start the possession, he just went to his move, we just use his size, uses his length, and just goes in for the layup, just in the teeth of Egypt's defense. You can see number 35 just using his strength, and he's able to draw a foul. So I've seen like good plays coming from the Egypt side. The Egyptian side, they have been great, especially playing to their strengths, and having like a couple of skill plays in there, and also IQ plays. And every single player, like the 3 players, knowing the role that they have on the team. You're seeing number 50 is the rebounder, and he knows that's the position he plays, and also like stretching the floor. Like he's able to at least stretch out to the perimeter and shoot. But when it comes to like Kenya, we don't even know like who's that guy who can take a shot. Who's that guy who can like stretch out the floor and take a 3? We don't know. Brance is suspect. They like playing inside when you have Timothy in there. We're not sure if even if you give him that ball at the post, he can score it, because multiple times I've seen him just get stripped. And also, this was funny. You can see Brance trying to tell Timothy his footwork during the game. I mean, sometimes you just ask yourself what these people do on the training pitch. I'm not. When they do in training, I don't know. I don't know the regiment that they have in training, but if this is how they're approaching the game, it just becomes much more difficult to win if this is the mentality that they're going in with. And we're up 2 points, but we still blew the lead with 2 minutes remaining. A game that would have, and those free throws, man, like missing the free throws, and this has just really cost us a lot. Number 7, he goes in, and these are the plays I'm talking about. Like skilled 3x3 is about skilled players. It doesn't matter if you're a hustle player. If you can't, hustle doesn't win you games. It doesn't win you games. It just shows that it just gives you the impression that you have played. But you can see number 7, he fakes it. Brands bites it. Even with Alicia's defense, this man just with the quick layup gets it in. And honestly, those are just the plays that chipped us away moving on, and we're just not able to like do nothing. And Egypt, they just continued. So this was the layup, just in the teeth of our defense, and we're missing the free throws. We kept missing the free throws. Alicia missed free throws. Browns is missing free throws. I'm not sure if they know the seriousness on the gravity of missing those free throws, because every score counts, and it's just on the line. Missing, and you're just playing as if you don't want to, you're just shooting as if you don't want to shoot, and you're just settling for like second chance opportunities, and having number 7 going in, he's shooting, grabbing his own rebound. This guy shot the ball, right? Grabbed his own rebound, goes in for an attempt again, and what are we doing? We're just waiting for that. We're just waiting for that ball come as Sadaka, and we still ask ourselves like, why are we losing the game? Funny how the coaching staff do not even take note and even like tell the players what they're doing wrong. They just know how to shout. They just know how to shout box out, and there's nothing. You just know, oh, shout box out, screen, nothing. I mean, even with the fact that we are up, even with the fact that this game, like Egypt got more fouled more than us, they still beat us. Even number 35, man, like he's just there complaining to the refs, and the fouls are going our way, and we still lose. And Kojo just gets smothered. He can't drive. And Timothy, he hits that mid-ranger. Israel is yet to play a basketball game. Not even sure if he's gonna play the next game. Nice spin move by number 35. And it's a block. Nice defense by Kenya. We're up 3 points, and we still blew the lead. Even with the attempts, you would think with a minute and 4 remaining, we will still maintain the lead and win this basketball game. This game went to overtime and we lost it. But it's just insane. It's just insane, like how we are going about these games. It's just crazy. Timothy, he goes in, gets blocked, and the free throws again. You don't even know if you can make those free throws. You can see, let's go Kenya in there. Israel is yet to play. There's some players have not even played a lick of basketball. That was a nice that was physical play by Timothy. Israel has yet to play. You don't know if he's gonna play the next game, but anyway. So 2 free throws. I don't know what we are doing in there. But from the line, we've missed so many free throws. If you try to count them all, They can even get to like 7 points. And sometimes you just ask yourself, like, do we take these free throws seriously, or just shooting them like we just don't want to, we just want to get that possession out there. So this is it's a sad state of affairs, and the comeback is on. Look at how Egypt knew what knew how to utilize that possession. That was a quick assist. Number 13 was a cutting, and it's a quick layup. And now the comeback is on, and Egypt, with 48 seconds, are trying to find a way to tie the game, which they did. And possession, and they still have possession. And they just knew what shots to take. They're just switching it, just playing the perimeter. Number 7, he almost would have just made that, but he banked it in. He just banked that shot, but it didn't count. It's I can see the women, our ladies just cheering on, but honestly, at this point, I wasn't sure. I just saw the plays that Egypt was setting, and I just saw the defense, and I just knew for a fact that, man, it will just be difficult. And that shot that just went in from number 35, the one that tied it, I just saw our team just get drained, and we just did nothing. This shot, man, like, it just bounced inside like twice and just went in. It was the craziest shot I've seen. And after this shot went in, despite even Egypt fouling more times than us, this game still went to overtime. And despite even Kenya having possession, threw it away. You could see the turnovers at the end. We can't close out, and number 35 was just pounding the clock right now. Right now, and this would have just been a dagger that would have just destroyed us. Just pounding the clock, just pounding the rock. This shot just bounced in, just a lucky shot. I mean, that was just a dagger, and you could even see the reaction from the Egyptian team. Like, even like the shot just going in just surprised me at the time. And Kenya is still struggling with the turnovers. Koja trying to drive, but he's so predictable. We just know how this guy is gonna drive. Too predictable. And headed to overtime. And we just headed to overtime. And this is where we just blew the game. And we blew the game when we let Egypt tie the game. And we blew the game in overtime where we had a chance to be able to like win it. Because right now it was anyone's game. Elisha goes in for the 3. He misses it. Timothy, he tries to drive. But you can see, man, like, it was just physicality in there. But the end result just resulted in an L. Just resulted in an L. Not sure what he was thinking when he was going for that layup, because it's just a clear travel, and just don't expect this from a player who plays 3x3. You don't expect that type of turnover, but you still find them just doing that. Elisha goes in. So those are the type of skill plays that we need. Number 50, he hits the game winner, and that's the game. And that's how the game ended. He's the guy who hit that game winner, and we lost it. With 9 fouls, this game ended 13 for Egypt with 9 fouls and 12 for Kenya with 5 fouls. I mean, you could see how this win meant for them. Out of like a grueling comeback, we just managed to blow the game. A game that was in hand, a game that was so winnable. Kenya just blew the free throws. We blew everything, and we still wonder as to why we lose the games. Like, Algeria have been cooking us, and you could see the defense. This guy just slipped, and number 50 just went in and just hit that big shot just to close out everything, and just mounting a comeback on us. And honestly, this is just embarrassing. Honestly, it's very embarrassing. And I mean, but some at this point, I don't expect anything different because I don't even know if they're doing any film analysis or game analysis or game reviews. Because at this point, they're just waiting for games to play with the Tucheza 2 mentality, and we just end up with this result, this close, and no wins. Even despite like having like good moments and having like those hustle plays, we can't be able to even to get the job done. So yeah, it is what it is. So if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback on this game down in the comments and what you think. And I'm out. Peace.